Herbal medicine primarily means that any part of a plant, the plant could be big, the plant could be small. If it has any part that has medicinal properties, it would be called a herb. That means it could be a big tree or it could be a very small plant. Well, all the substances that can be taken from plants that have medicinal properties are taken and medicines are made with them. That means herbal medicine never uses chemicals for making medicines. Herbal medicines usually do not have any side effects, primarily because all substances that herbal medicine uses are edible, means they can be eaten by any person. Even if it is used by a pregnant woman, it has no side effects. We have in the whole world, everywhere, in Western countries as well as in non-Western countries, there are a number of diseases that are called modern chronic diseases. Modern chronic diseases always existed in the past, but they are so more widespread now than they ever were in the past. So, any disease that is widely prevalent and which is being not cured completely and permanently, and for which a person has to take medicines all through his life, means he has to take maintenance medicines all through the life. We are talking about that kind of modern chronic diseases. This could be a blockage in the heart arteries. It could be hypertension. It could be high cholesterol. It could be high triglycerides. With regard to digestion tract, it can be gas, acidity, lack of appetite, lack of proper digestive power, and gas, acidity, indigestion, and diarrhea or dysentery, appearing every once in a while. In addition to that, piles, hemorrhoids. All these are modern chronic diseases. With regard to respiratory tract, we have asthma, sinusitis, rhinitis, allergy, hay fever as it appears in the West, and also eczema or rashes on the skin. These kind of diseases are modern chronic diseases, and you all know that allopathic medicine doesn't have any permanent cure for any of these modern chronic diseases. They advise everybody to take lifelong medication every day to keep these diseases under control. That means they are not curing them, they are only managing that disease to be within certain acceptable limits. And what herbal medicine does is, it goes to the root causes of every disease and removes those root causes. For example, take the case of blockages in the heart arteries, coronary artery disease as it is called. Blockages do not appear on their own. They don't appear there without a reason. We need to find out what the reason is. And allopathic medicine doesn't go into the basic root causes. What it does is, all right, there is a blockage. What can I do about it? I can do an angioplasty, I can do a stent, I can do a bypass surgery. They do all this and assure the patient that he will have no trouble at all for the next 10 years. But then what happens is, they haven't removed the root causes. Because they haven't removed the root causes, the danger is always there. Consequently, even after an angioplasty or stent or bypass surgery, the patient is advised to take 7 to 8 medicines every day for maintenance. What herbal medicine does is, it goes to the root causes, and it basically is imbalanced diet, poor diet, lack of nutrition. All these contribute in addition to sedentary life. So if people are eating food that cannot be converted into heat and energy every day, then fat is formed. And fat and calcium, these are the two responsible things for causing blockages in arteries everywhere in the body, not just in the heart. You can do an angioplasty or stent or bypass surgery when it is a coronary artery disease. But if the same blockages are there all over the body, one cannot go about fixing them. What we do is, we use herbs. We use herbs that can dissolve blockages or plaque in the arteries. In our experience, we noticed and we came to the conclusion that anybody whose body's immunity to disease is very low is subjected to respiratory tract diseases very frequently. They are more likely to get them than others. So what does herbal medicine do? Herbal medicine tries to strengthen his body's immunity first by giving proper nutrition. Proper nutrition means the primary nutrients such as carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, in addition to micronutrients such as vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and enzymes. They have to be in the right ratio. We need primary nutrients in huge quantities, but we need micronutrients only in very small quantities. And that has to be remembered. What people do is, nowadays, they eat too many and in large amounts of primary nutrients, but they are not getting enough micronutrients. Without micronutrients, body cells won't be able to metabolize. Metabolize means they won't be able to convert the essence of food that we had eaten and digested into heat and energy. When the food that we eat and we have digested is transformed into heat and energy, there is no scope for the formation of fat. And consequently, what we do is, we systematize the nutrition of every person. That will improve body's immunity to disease. And when it is increased, body will be able to cope with any modern chronic disease. Not only that, it will not even be affected by any contagious disease. So for asthma, sinusitis, etc., we strengthen body's immunity to disease, and then we make the mucous membranes, which are easily affected by outside air or particulate pollution, to toughen them so that they don't react abnormally to those substances. That is how we cure. Once we cure these diseases, you have to remember, you don't have to take medicine for those diseases anymore in life. And you keep on taking nutritious food, then you will not be affected by any other disease at all.